Hello everyone and welcome back to more Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore. We are back once again in Chevalier's Route, Chapter 5. And I have no idea what is going on or what we're doing right now. The most that I can recall from the story last episode was did we finally confront Chevalier about like what's been happening with like his clinic in the palace and how he's been handling the nobles who are looking down on him because of like his commoner status? I feel like we did, and then at one point I do remember us asking the queen, our stepmother, about like how do we approach this topic, because like we don't want to undermine Chevalier as a person, because you know he's a grown man and he's a mature man. I'm sure he can handle, you know, like his own problems for sure, but it's just like we want to help support him in however way we can. And our stepmother, I forgot her name again, oh my god, I forgot her name, I'm terrible with names, but she basically was in the same position as he is in now, where she comes from a commoner background and then suddenly is brought into royalty and nobility. And so like we asked like how did she cope with, you know, like people who talk behind her back or, you know, talk about her because of her status and blah blah blah, all that stuff. And she basically gave us advice on that, and I think we applied that advice, and it was a good choice. I forgot what it is that I picked. I think it was just her. We asked her about her story when she came into the palace the first time, and so we just from there we kind of gauged like, oh okay, like this is probably what Chevalier's experiencing as well, so this is how best we can like help him. So I think that was that, and like we sorted it out, right? We also made a truce with Cinna about how he's going about handling the problems with his the Lucis crystal, and then us in terms of with our Tenebrarum crystal. So we're like, okay, I think this is like, after hearing his story and after like kind of working things out, we're like, okay, this is how what's happening on our end, and so we'll try to like check in on each other as best we can and like blah 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 kind of thing. And like, you know, we worked it out. I think most of it is worked out. Most of the major problems of the story has been worked out, because we are on a chapter 5 after all. There's only one more chapter after this before we get our quote-unquote ending for it. So yeah, I guess we'll carry along and go through this chapter, and then maybe perhaps it will jog my memory. So yeah, let's get to it. We're in town. Oh, don't know what we're doing here, but yeah, what a brilliant day. The sun is shining, the town is full of laughter, and we'd really like to finish hanging this banner. Now, will you hurry up? Oh yeah. Oh, I think also we had a magic show. I swear we had a magic show, and Cinna was like the star of the show, right? He was a guest star, and we didn't really expect him to be, you know, a part of the magic show or to like kind of do these sorts of things. But yeah, we were like very genuinely surprised that he seemed to be enjoying himself up on stage. And then yeah, he also asked us to like perform our own little magic trick, and I think we like accidentally upshowed him. I don't know, but like yeah, it was funny. You're as prickly as ever, tiny lord. Chevalier looks up at Waltz, who is crouched on a wooden beam above the stage, waiting for Chevalier to hand him the other end of the banner. Okay, we're setting up the show. For what? I forgot. The three of them are hanging the most central spring festival decoration. Okay, a banner signed by many of the townfolk. It was just yesterday that Emmeline and Anise oversaw its creation. The day before that, Chevalier and I set up various floral arrangements around town, while workers hired by the palace set up stalls around town. Okay. Every day has been filled with errands like this. I return to the palace so exhausted I barely make it to bed before I fall asleep. But it is worth it. Chevalier throws the banner up to Waltz, who begins nailing it to the beam. Okay, and got it. Okay. Chevalier gestures dramatically. Citizens of Angio, behold our beautiful spring festival banner. Yay! The crowd ripples with excitement, cheering and whistling as Chevalier steps down. It is a rather impressive banner, filled with so many colors and signatures it is impossible to make out any coherent design. I suppose it has a sort of chaotic charm to it, though. I hear the banner was your idea? Oh my god, Fritz! He's alive here! Because in the other timelines, he's either like MIA or he's dead. Fritz appears beside me. Though he is here as security, he seems at ease, relaxed. It is a small thing. I imagine the citizens would disagree with you. The two of us watch as Waltz floats back down to the stage using his magic. He snaps his fingers, causing confetti to rain down from the sky. The audience applauds again. Why are you looking at me like that? It's nothing. I was just thinking that I'm glad to see you smile like this. Okay, thank you. When I first met you, I thought you always looked so sad. I wanted so badly to make you smile. Not being able to made me feel incompetent. Aw, Fritz, you could never be incompetent. Yeah. The reason I was the way I was, it was because of Mother. Yeah, she was the one who gaslit me and brainwashed me. I can acknowledge that now, even if it still hurts. Fritz smiles. It helped leaving the palace all those years ago, didn't it? I hate to give Deloric any credit, but it did. I did not realize the emptiness in my life stemmed from loneliness until Chevalier taught me the value of connecting with others. I'm glad you and Sir Chevalier found each other. Oh, I am too. And I'm glad you found your way back here too, Fritz. Yeah. Oh yeah, I owe it to you that I'm here, Princess. He glances one more time at the makeshift stage before turning to the crowd. I'm on duty now, but I'll see you around? Okay, yeah, of course. Take care, Fritz. Yeah, and you as well, Princess. Okay. Cool. With one last bow, Fritz disappears into the crowd. The moment he leaves, I notice two familiar faces pushing toward me. Oh, is it God? Oh no, it's not. I thought it was our two guards. Hannah, we've been looking for you. Oh, we were surprised not to see you on stage. Oh. It has been a busy morning, but neither of them looks worse for wear. I decided I'd let Chevalier and Waltz do the honors. Maybe we were using magic to hang things. Oh, I've never seen you use your magic for convenience before. After being forced to clean with Mr. Broom, Hannah says she didn't want to charm objects. And in my opinion hasn't changed. I am never commanding an object to do my bidding. The last thing I need is another overbearing sentient object in my life. And he laughs. Mr. Broom would be heartbroken if he heard you say that, Princess. He really misses you. Okay. Well, I don't miss Mr. Broom. Most times. I do wonder sometimes if I ought to bring Mr. Broom to the palace. Oh gosh. For nostalgia's sake, nothing more. Where are the Brigantian princes? Weren't they with you two earlier? Oh, we lost them. Oh, Anise laughs. Or rather, we left them. I doubt they even noticed they were in the middle of an argument. Oh, it is things like this that makes me glad I grew up an only child. That sounds like them. And Rod? He's meditating, or trying to. Rod meditates? Oh my goodness. It wasn't going too well, so Emily and I decided to leave and find you. He was just like, I need to prepare myself mentally for all the chaos that's about to happen. A wise decision, I'd say. Oh, is that... Oh. Chevalier, I whirl to find Chevalier standing by my side. Good afternoon, ladies. He leans down to plant a kiss on my head. Ugh. Good afternoon, my beautiful queen. Back to calling me queen, I see. I sigh, but I can't help the smile on my face. Thank you for your hard work, Chef. It is, as always, an honor to serve, sweet Hannah. We all glance back at the stage, where Waltz and Cinna are performing impromptu magic for the still gathered crowd. So, this marks the beginning of the Spring Festival then. Just about. We, the royal family, will be giving speeches tomorrow. Then the celebrations officially start. Emmeline looks at me hopefully. Oh, I don't want to practice our speeches tonight, Hannah? Ah, speeches. I hate speeches. I hate giving speeches. If you do not mind practicing after my magic lesson, then I do not mind. You must be so exhausted, Princess. I hope you're taking care of yourself. And these fidgets. If you need anything to help with fatigue, I might have a few things on my shelves. Okay, we're great. And undoubtedly, you always have exactly what everyone needs, Lady Anise. I have to thank you for gathering those remedies for me on such short notice, too. When I give him a quizzical look, Chevalier smiles and shrugs. Is there a reason you are not telling me who they are for? It's a surprise. Are you putting together a little care package for me? Oh, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't need to. Because you need to, like, you also might use them as well. Fine, but I expect you to tell me later. Your wish is my command, beautiful Hana. Okay. Speaking of commands, Emmeline tilts her head. Is there not a council meeting happening today? Is there? Oh my gosh. Emmeline is right. There is one last meeting before the festivities start tomorrow. Today is thankfully the last day we discuss taxes. Ugh, the meeting about taxes. I stifle a sigh. You're right, I should make my way over there. I don't want to go. Allow me to escort you, lovely princess. I've barely seen you all morning, but if you insist. I turn to Anise and Emmeline. Will you two be alright here without me? Of course. I'll see you at the palace, Hana. Alright. Have a good meeting, Hana. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. After saying our goodbyes, Chevalier and I depart. I don't know how good of a meeting it will be, considering we're discussing taxes. Chevalier accompanies me back to the palace. I expect him to turn back at the gates, but he follows me through the corridors. Chev? Yeah, what's up? Yes? Is there a reason you're still following me? I said I would escort you. Oh. I stop in front of the throne room doors. But you have. We're here. And then let's go in, shall we? Huh? Chevalier opens the doors before I could protest. What? Most of the counselors are already seated, though the meeting has yet to begin. All eyes land on us as we enter. Are you part of this meeting too, Chevalier? Good afternoon, Lord Counselors. I am humbled to be in your presence. Hey, my father, who's sitting at the head of the table, looks up and smiles. It is good to have you here, Sir Chevalier. Oh, he's part of the meeting too. Why did you tell me? Jurian and Garland, who are sitting on either side of him, look equally as unsurprised to see Chevalier. Long time no talk. It is good to see you again, Sir Chevalier. The Honorable Knights of Caldera. No, it is my pleasure. Chevalier makes his way over to the table. Baffled, I trail behind him. When we are seated, I turn to him and hiss beneath my breath. What is happening? You remember that discussion about politics we had with the princess the other day? No. I nod. Well, later that night, His Majesty thoughtfully extended an invitation to sit in on a council meeting. I couldn't refuse him. Oh, let me guess. You did not tell me any of this because you like surprises? Chevalier beams at me, of course. Right on the nose, princess. I wanted to surprise you by showing up as an unexpected advocate. What are we talking about? While I appreciate the support, many of these counselors are Chevalier's patients. They are already critical of him. How would they receive him when he is out of his element? I'm sure he'll be fine. Eventually, when the chamber is filled, my father stands and announces the start of the session. Good afternoon, lords and ladies. For the last few weeks, we have been discussing raising taxes. Today, I call you here for one final discussion. The heated talks resume immediately. Oh my god. I spare a glance at Chevalier, who is watching the proceedings quietly. It is only after one counselor makes the point that higher taxes would allow for us to invest in more expensive amenities and healthcare that he shifts in his seat, looking suddenly discontented. But healthcare should be available for everybody and be affordable for everybody. Yes, Chevalier has always been adamant about making things affordable for others, and he is correct. Voice Chevalier's point of view, encourage Chevalier to speak. No, he needs to encouraged to speak because it is his opinion and it is his right to voice his opinions on the matters because he is the one directly involved. He is a physician. I lean close enough to whisper in his ear. You ought to share your opinion. I know you have one. Yeah, it's okay. Go do it. The king would not have invited you here if he did not want you to participate. Exactly. That's why you're here. Yeah, that's why you're sitting here. Chevalier shifts to address my father. Permission to speak, Your Majesty? Yeah. Please, says Chevalier. Chevalier argues that increasing taxes to invest in more expensive amenities will only be effective if their prices are lowered so that they are affordable to others. Taxes might be helpful if we consider subsidization. Chevalier makes the topic a more multifaceted one. Having been directly impacted by such decisions, he has a more intimate understanding of how they affect the common citizens. Yeah, exactly. The table is quiet after he speaks, but it is, much to my relief, not a hostile silence. Well said, Sir Chevalier. There is little use in forcing the citizens to pay more for amenities that they will not be able to afford. But if we were to lower prices, the discussion continues on a more productive tangent. Chevalier leans toward me and speaks in a near whisper. Thank you, Princess. Yeah, no problem, girl. For what? You know what for. He squeezes my hand under the table. Chevalier has always prioritized listening, but he needs to learn to speak up too. If I can be the one to teach him that, I will be content. Exactly. You gotta speak your mind. Eventually, the conversation draws to a close and Father declares that taxes will not be raised. However, our talk has brought up many new issues that will need to be discussed in more detail, namely the accessibility of healthcare. It will be a complicated discussion, but it promises to be a fruitful one. Yeah. When the meeting finally draws to a close, Chevalier deflates in his chair. I know, so stressful. I am in awe that you do this nearly every day, Princess. Yeah, I don't know how I do either. You become accustomed to it. But you did very well for your first time. Yeah. Really? I feel like I might have rambled. No. You brought up very important issues. Yeah. You give me too much credit. You're the wise, fearless one who always speaks her mind. And today, that was you. I'm proud of you, Chev. Yeah, look at you go. Look at you go. Chevalier's responding smile is tired but grateful, and it warms my heart. So, Chevalier? Oh. I am surprised when one of the counselors wander over to us. Oh. Lord Rem. Okay. If Chevalier knows him, then Lord Rem must be one of his patients. I prepare myself for a barb, but Lord Rem just smiles. You were brilliant today. Oh. He clears his throat. I wanted to apologize for mistrusting you. The medication you've prescribed is a miracle. It has only been a couple of days, but I feel significantly less exhausted. The herbal remedy. I'm relieved to hear it. I thought it might be easier on your body. Herbal remedy. Is this what Chevalier and Anise were discussing earlier? Oh, okay. You thought correctly. I apologize for doubting you. I'd assumed the remedies you recommended were backwater substitutions. Okay. Just because something is more expensive, that does not make it the superior solution. Exactly. Who says that expensive things are better things, okay? So I am learning. Thank you, Sir Chevalier. I'll look forward to my follow-up visit. Yeah, Lord Rem gives a formal nod before walking away. I turn to Chevalier. So the medication run you did in town the other day... I was dropping by Anise's pharmacy, yes. I thought the best way to prove I knew my practice was to show it, so I recommended more natural cures and remedies. I think maybe you found your path to acceptance. I hope so, Princess. Yeah. Once the counselors have cleared out the room, we are approached by Jurian and Garland. You handled yourself well in there, Chevalier. That's high praise coming from the ever-collected commander of Caldera. Garland smiles. She is ever collected, isn't she? Except for when flowers and compliments are involved. Lan, we are not talking about that here. Oh, what's this about flowers? It's nothing. It's official Knight's business. Yeah, the two speak at the same time. Jurian shoots Garland a look. He just responds with a sheepish smile. I clear my throat. Will you two be attending the festival? They're so cute together. Of course, when we get the time off. Okay. What Garland said, we would never miss the festivities. I'm sure going out together during the festival would make for an excellent date. She's like, this is not a date. Yes, it is. It takes an effort to keep myself from laughing. Jurian can insist all she likes, but it is no secret she and Garland spend every moment of their free time together. Oh my goodness. Our conversation with the knights is cut short when Father calls on them to discuss palace security. After saying our goodbyes, Chevalier and I excuse ourselves. Okay, the day is full of pre-celebration preparations. Emmeline returns with the three princes, and together we discuss the week's planned festivities. Okay. All the way till night. Oh my goodness. Eventually, day bleeds into night. I find myself walking down the corridor with Chevalier, who has insisted on accompanying me to my magic practice. The last time he sat in on a practice, he cheered so ceaselessly Delore threw him out. No, he's my little cheerleader. No, he's my emotional support. Hopefully we do not have a repeat of that incident. Okay, the two of us make our way to the usual spot. I sense the buildup of a spell as soon as we step through the trees and ready my own shield and defense. Girl! Dolores' ice shoots towards my barrier and harmlessly shatters against it. Hello, Delora. Good evening, Your Highness. You shoot me as soon as I get here. She raises an eyebrow at Chevalier. Hello, Casanova. Ah, Lady Delora, such a tranquil night, isn't it? I hope you don't plan on ruining it with all your chattering. It's like, oh, the voice is familiar, and I'm still shocked to see Cinna sitting in the shadows at the edge of the clearing watching us. What you doing here? Tiny Lord, what a pleasant surprise. It's been a while. I just saw you this morning. Cinna stands and steps toward us. Hello, Princess Hana. Hello, Cinna. I eye him suspiciously. What are you doing here? Are you here to criticize my magic? Cinna does not respond immediately. He crosses his arms and looks away, mouth pulled into a taut frown. Oh. Cat got your tongue, Cinnamon? Oh, is he here to learn too? I was just thinking. Cinna looks up. I was thinking about how it might be beneficial to train together. Ah, okay. Delora grins. I'd appreciate being given credit for my ideas, Cinna. Cinna grumbles. You may have mentioned it before. Why would you want to train with me? Yeah. Well, I was thinking about how Hildire and Faye grew up friends, but became distant over time. Oh, and I was thinking that perhaps if Faye had not left Hildire alone in the dark for so long, the war wouldn't have happened. Perhaps if they had remained close, things would have ended better. Oh, okay, that's true. Oh, I do believe he's asking to be friends, to be your friend, Princess. Oh, you want to be my friend? It's so cute. I'm here to train, not make friends. I suppose we couldn't train together for practical reasons. Yeah. Dolores snorts. This is totally business, yes. Strictly business relationship. You two really are cut from the same cloth. But enough banter, let's get the show on the road. Okay, Chevalier seats himself on a tree stump as we begin our lesson. It is strange to practice side by side with a fairy. When I was first learning, I used to practice with Waltz, but this is not like that at all. With Cinna, it feels less like a lesson and more like a balancing act. When he first came to Angiel, I was convinced we would never get along, but... Princess, watch out. Okay. I glanced down just in time to see a root break through the ground. I burn it to cinders before it can wrap around my foot. Oh, that's cheating, Delora. All's fair during magic lessons. Yeah, all's fair during magic lessons. And in war, you never know. Now, maybe I think Cinna and I are finally growing closer. That's good. We continue our lesson for the next hour, only stopping when Delora calls an end. Alright, that's where we end tonight, kids. I don't want to exhaust you the day before your performance. Aha. Me? Exhausted? Never. Okay. Cinna crosses his arms, but it does little to hide the rapid rise and fall of his chest. I could have gone on for another hour. Okay, mister. Sure, then let's pretend this is my breaking point. She turns toward me. Good job tonight, Hana. You and Cinna work well together. Yeah, thanks. I agree, you're very talented, Tiny Lord. Cinna smirks. I am, aren't I? Okay. He glances at me. You're not bad either, Princess. Oh, thank you. Not bad is high praise coming from the Lucis bearer. Delora claps her hands. Alright, time to wrap things up. We'll see you tomorrow, Hana, Chevalier. Okay. After packing up her supplies and bidding us one final goodbye, Delora heads in the opposite direction towards the tavern. Cinna does not follow. He stands in the middle of the clearing, suddenly looking indecisive. What's up? What's on your mind? I have a question for you, okay? What's up? A question? Oh, it's about my cousin. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you were both there when Faye passed away, right? Beside me, Chevalier inhales sharply. Unthinkingly, I reach out to squeeze his hand. That's correct. Why? Cinna shuffles on his feet. I didn't know Faye very well. Most of my correspondence with her was through letters, but the letters were rare. I think it was because she wanted to hide my identity during the war. I used to hate her for keeping me in the dark. Cinna curls his fingers into fists. I used to think she thought I was incompetent. When she died, I came to NGL to prove that wasn't true. I told myself I wouldn't make the same mistakes she did. I told myself I would be decisive, that I wouldn't let the losses lure me into a false sense of calm. Cinna's shoulders slump. I have no idea who I'm trying to prove myself to anymore, now that Faye is gone. I can't even compete with her memory because I barely knew her. Cinna's eyes flick up toward us. The Lord told me she died protecting you from a cruel witch, Hannah. Yeah, that's my mom. He looks at Chevalier, who deflates beneath his gaze. And she said you tried to save her. Delora won't tell me about her final moments, though. I don't want to press her, but... Ah, okay. You want to know what Parfait was like in the end? Yes. Chevalier's grip on my hand is heartbreakingly tight. Oh, answer Cinna's question, let Chevalier answer. I think we should let him talk. For sure. For sure we need to let him talk. Because, like, again, he's so used, like our character, like Hannah would say, he's so used to being the one to listen to people rather than like talk and share his opinions. But he needs to also learn that, you know, he needs to speak up as well too when the time comes. Let Chevalier answer. I know how hard this must be for Chevalier. He knew Parfait better than I did. She was one of his patients after all. Oh yeah, also the fact that he seems to really, like, his character as of right now seems to really run away or shy away from, like, anything that had to do with Parfait's final moment. Like, it's a very, very much still, like, a sensitive topic slash, like, a wound for him. But he needs to, like, you know, like, eventually kind of, like, let go of those feelings. Because in the end, it wasn't his fault, right? Now, like, he was trying to do a good thing. Like, he was trying to save her. I can't really recall much of, like, what happened during the last game and how she died. But, like, you know, from context here, like, he tried to save her. Like, he tried to do a good thing. That is why he can tell Cinna more about her than I ever could. I squeeze his hand again. It is a silent consolation, my way of showing him that I am here. She kept telling us not to fuss in the end. His words are soft, just an octave above a whisper. The witch who killed her was obsessed with Hildyr. He wanted to bring her back. Anyone who stood in his way, he viewed as an obstacle to be destroyed. Oh wait, no. Okay, so it's not Hildyr. Okay, yeah. See, I'm remembering wrong. It's a guy. I remember. I know who he's talking about. I just forgot his name. He's like literally the right-hand man, for Hildyr. Chevalier sighs. Parfait knew he was hurting inside. When he killed her, she apologized to him. She said she was sorry Hildyr never appreciated him. I killed the witch who stabbed her, but it didn't matter. The wound he inflicted on her was fatal. But even as she lay dying, she told us everything was as it should be. Lady Parfait put her life on the line without hesitation. She told me all the time that she was trying to make up for her mistakes. That's why in the end, I don't believe she had any regrets. It was the greatest honor to be able to help her. For a few minutes, the forest is silent, the only sound the gentle rustling of the leaves and the sway of the grass beneath our feet. When Chevalier shivers, I wrap an arm around his shoulders. He promptly leans into me. Eventually, Cinna speaks into the quiet. Thank you for trying to save my cousin and for being there with her until the end. I can't imagine the courage it took for her to hold on to her ideals and morals, even in the end. Yeah. Lady Parfait was one of the strongest, kindest people I knew. I will be forever grateful I could be one of her friends. Me too. Parfait believed in me from the beginning. I will always be grateful for her patience and kindness. Neither she nor Delora gave up on me. Instead of leaving me to stew in my own anger, they rescued me. It was a drastic solution, perhaps even somewhat heartless, but it forced me to see things as I never had before. Yeah. Cinna angles his head slightly, his eyes trained on the stars above us. And then he smiles. It appears as if I've got my work cut out for me if I want to measure up to her. Chevalier straightens. Cinna, you are every bit as inspirational as Lady Parfait. Yeah. I have no doubt she would be proud of you. Oh, yeah. You know, Chevalier, you're not so bad. Did you just call me by my name? Cinna turns away with a grumble. There he goes. He's like, listen, man. There's no need to get so excited about it, old man. He's like, yeah, this is the only time. Don't get used to it. Even though he's turned away from us, I can see a smile on his face. I'll see you both tomorrow. Thanks for tonight. Yeah. It was very productive. His goodbye is brisk. He disappears through the trees before we can respond. How strange that speaking about Lady Parfait tonight was almost... therapeutic? Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like that, his entire route so far in the story is that he was still sensitive and hurting from, you know, talking about Lady Parfait, when it's like, you know, in the end he needs to realize that, like, you know, he did what he could and that's what matters. And that I'm sure Lady Parfait in the end, you know, wouldn't fault him for that. Talking about her brings her back, even if just for a little bit. Exactly. Keep her memories, you know, living on. When we talk about her this way, we can fashion her into a hero, as someone who made us and the world a better place. It is the least she deserves for her sacrifice. Sage words, princess. Chevalier lifts my hand to his lips and kisses my knuckles. Thank you for your support. Yeah, no problem. Always, Chev. Yeah. After savoring the quiet of the forest a little longer, we make our way back to the palace. Yeah. The next day, we wake bright and early for the first day of the festival. The palace halls are emptier than usual, many of the staff taking time off to enjoy the festivities. Yay. It's a holiday. A miniature stage has been erected outside the palace gates. For the last 30 minutes, we have all given brief speeches about the prosperity of Angiel and our hopes for the future. Ron and I have already given our speeches and are waiting at the back of the stage for Emmeline, who is in the middle of addressing the crowds. Yeah. As always, she overthought how difficult this would be. Emmeline is the most charismatic of all of us. Why would she ever think she was bad at this? Rod shrugs. She gets nervous about disappointing people. We pause as the audience claps and Emmeline curtsies. Sometimes I think about the toll training to be a queen would have had on her. Yeah. He looks at me thoughtful. You're good under pressure. Emmeline never has been. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Rod scoffs. Why do you sound so confused? It was a compliment. Well, the stage creaks as Emmeline approaches. She sighs softly. Oh, thank God that's over. I feel you. Did I sound okay? Yeah, you sound fine. Of course you did. You got the best reception of any of us. Someone even threw flowers at you. Emily shakes her head. Oh no, that was just what's his face? Prince Lance, yes. I did not miss him standing by the front of the stage, beaming at Emmeline the entire time. He was clearly enamored with her. I heard from Mother that he came by to surprise me with a bouquet this morning, but I was already gone. So he threw it on stage. He threw it at you on stage. Rod sighs. If Chevalier was here, he would make a comment about how romantic this is. It is a good thing he is not here. Were you less nervous having him in the audience, or more? I think you know. Now that I think about it, yes. Lance said he gets nervous on stages too. He was giving me advice last night. Ah, was he? Yes. Like, when was this? At what point? Well, that was kind of him. Yeah. Cheers from the audience break apart our conversation. The king calls all of us to the front of the stage, and together with Ophelia, we announce the beginning of the festival. Before, I shunned the idea of participating in these speeches and events. Now, looking at all of these smiling faces, I cannot help but be glad I am here. My eyes snag on a familiar face in the audience. Chevalier stands at the front, waving at me. His most excited pupil, the young boy he saved all those years ago, stands beside him, not also waving. Oh. Chevalier told me yesterday that recently the boy has been allowed to visit the palace to watch him work. He also clings to Chevalier when we are wandering the town. Chevalier always talks about bringing me out here to spend time alone together, but he is so well liked by others that it is often difficult to find that time. I cannot possibly be disgruntled about the situation though. I can never be irritated that people are warming up to Chevalier. Yeah, as they should. As soon as I am able to, I descend the stage steps and head for Chevalier and his pupil. You are spectacular as always, my lovely princess. As always. We don't even know this boy's name. Who is he? The boy parrots the words and laughs. Then he looks at Chevalier. I told my ma I would meet her after the speeches. See you later, Dr. Princess. Okay. The boy runs through the crowd, leaving Chevalier and I to speak to the massing crowds. I greet townsfolk with handshakes and greetings while Chevalier speaks more conversationally. The minute we have a moment to breathe, I grab Chevalier urgently by the sleeve. I just remembered the magic show. Oh yeah. Why did we plan for it to happen so soon after the speeches? I pull Chevalier along before he can protest, but of course he doesn't. He just smiles and laughs, and when I pick up my pace, he loops his arm through mine and begins skipping down the street. Cute. Come one, come all to Her Highness's magic show. He's so annoying. His cheer is contagious. Soon I find myself skipping alongside him, trying not to laugh as we nearly trip over each other's feet. He's so cute. He's such a ball of sunshine. The magic show is a huge success. Waltz is ever the charismatic performer. He weaves stories as we perform, talking about a time where witches, fairies, and humans got along. Cinna and I take turns performing magic tricks, quote unquote. Though witches and fairies drew their magic from different sources, it was equally vibrant and beautiful. They could make flowers bloom. Okay, yep. I concentrate on the stage and flowers begin to push through the planks. And change the weather. Oh god. Cinna snaps his fingers and a cool breeze whistles past, bringing with it droplets of water that scatter like rain. And start a warm fire for cold nights. Oh gosh. Walt spreads his hands and a bright fire rises before him. The audience gasps as the flames rise without eating away at the wood. Yeah. The spectators applaud, again and again and again and again, until the show is over and we all bow. At the end of it, I am breathless and exhausted and also relieved. No one shrunk away from my magic, no one was scared of me. No, there was nothing but wonder in the audience's eyes. Afterwards, Waltz turns to me and Cinna with a bright smile. We both worked so well together, you were great. Cinna grins. I knew training together would be a good idea. Yeah. I resist the urge to roll my eyes, but I am smiling. Likewise, Waltz, we should do this more often. Waltz blinks at me. More often? He laughs. I would love to have you both up here with me in the future. He raised an eyebrow. Any chance you'll want to continue on to the next performance? My students are performing, but I appreciate the backup. Oh. No. He's like, no. Cinna shakes his head, like, that's enough for today. They're selling special baked goods today. I want to buy one of everything before they run out. Oh, yes. Oh, weren't there cinnamon rolls with a special frosting? Yes. Cinna scowls. Maybe. It's not as if I know about that. Okay, Cinna. He's like first in line. With a huff and a backward wave, Cinna rushes off the stage and into the crowd. After wishing Waltz luck on his next show, I too leave the stage. I look for Chevalier in the scattered crowds and find him standing by the fountain, talking animatedly with a group of musicians. Yes, that's the piece I'm thinking of, the one with the uplifting music. Huh? What are you requesting? As I approach, the band begins to play a song. It is a jubilant tune filled with playful chords and soaring vocals. The minute the music picks up, the surrounding crowd begins to clap and cheer, and soon there are citizens dancing in the plaza, hands pressed together as they twirl in place. The sight takes my breath away, and I pause to admire them. I have never seen this kind of dancing before. It is unlike the stiff court dancing I am accustomed to. There are no steps, only movement, and an intoxicating energy. Joining the dance, look for Chevalier. I look for him. We should dance together. We will dance together. Where is my man's? I look up and try to find Chevalier, and am startled to see he has disappeared. Oh, what? Where has he gone? Where'd he go? I attempt to go looking for him, but it is unexpectedly difficult. The crowd is dense, and all the movement makes it difficult to spot him. I become lost in the crowd and am tossed from one person to the next until finally, oh, hello, my lovely princess. May I have this dance? Oh. Chevalier steps forward, grasping my hand and pulling me to his chest. He smiles at me rakishly. You may. Such a charmer. The two of us twirl around each other, fingers laced. I'm assuming you meant for this to happen? The dancing? I saw a band setting up and couldn't resist recommending a song. They play this every year, you know, and I thought that after such an exciting magic show, the audience might want to let out some pent-up energy. I've never seen a dance like this before. Yeah, Chevalier laughs. It's not special, really, it's the person you're dancing with that makes it special. Oh, the music picks up and everyone's footwork abruptly changes. Before I can adjust, I misstep and trip on Chevalier's foot. But before I can fall, he catches me in a dip. Oh, he picks me up. He just picks me up right there. I am swept off my feet, and there are suddenly sturdy hands beneath my legs. This is very, very familiar. Could you not have just grabbed my hand? All this pomp is unnecessary. I can feel everyone's eyes on us. Chevalier just laughs. I suppose I could have, but I think I prefer this. I'm no knight in shining armor, but when I hold you like this, I feel like your hero. Oh, Chev, you don't have to be any of those things. I love you just the way you are! Just the way you are! Chevalier's expression morphs, the shock so clear on his face it makes me laugh. What's wrong? You said you loved me. Yeah! You act as if I haven't said it before. Every time you say it, I am shocked anew. I will never ever stop being in awe that you find me worthy of you, princess. Truly, I'm the luckiest man in the world to have you. Oh my goodness. Yes, you are. You are. You best know that. I cup his face in my hands, long enough to give him a quick kiss on the lips. Chevalier puts me down and I grasp his hands, heedless of the couples around us. In that moment, it is just the two of us and I can forget the stares of the crowd. And I'm the luckiest princess having you, yes. I hold out my hand. Now, shall I go find a less showy dance partner, or will you dance with me once more? Chevalier beams. I shall be your partner forever and always, princess. Yeah, I'll hold you to your word. Once again, I lace my fingers through his. This time, I do not let go of his hand. And though we are surrounded by people, it feels like we are the only two people in the world. Two stars revolving around each other. And I would not have it any other way. Oh. I mean, this would have been a really cute ending, but like, hey, we get chapter 6. Hey, Chevalier forever and always. Oh, so cute. Oh, anyways, as per usual, this is where we end the episode here. So yeah, we will finish off in the next time when we come back to this game. But for now, be sure to subscribe and to leave to turn on the notification bell, actually, because as you guys probably already know, but I will reiterate regardless, I am on a semi hiatus for the channel, so my uploading is a little bit out of whack. So I don't know when the next time I will be uploading. So if you even ask me when's the next time, I won't give you a straight answer. I can't, because I don't know myself. I don't know when I'll be able to have time to record or to edit and upload anything for y'all in a consistent basis. I try my best to be consistent, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So yeah, best way to know is to subscribe and to turn on the notification bell. But otherwise, I am still active on the channel, fairly active. So if you leave comments on any videos, I will get back to them as best I can. Yeah, but otherwise, thank you so much for watching and tuning in so far to our Chevalier chapter of Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore, and look forward to the last chapter next time we come back. But for now, bye!